Oh yeah, Scary Alvarez is here. National Signing Day, early signing day. Let's be honest, we got the bulk of our guys today. 2025 is here, and I'm gonna do a quick hitter on why this should be a joyful day for Wisconsin fans. And before we get started, as I'm wont to do now, being a Wine Island enjoyer and a sherry wine destroyer, throw a Scary Alvarez a sub on this. Subscribe. I get you some good stuff, good content. Got a hoopster coming up next week, so we keep things lively here. But it means a lot to Old Scary. Appreciate it. Anyway, sign day 2025. Wisconsin Badgers ranked as it stands right now, number 19 in the country on Rivals. McNamara will appreciate me mentioning that. 10 four-star recruits for a second consecutive year. Got some real studs in this class, and there's a lot to like about it. I'll go into a little more specifics in a few minutes. But I want to start out with something, as I do, relating to the fan base. I'm of course extremely online on Twitter, and I there are a lot of fans who are like, yeah, this is great, we're enjoying this. They're having a requisite amount of excitement about what is objectively an outstanding class for Luke Fickell, but some of these other things, like an unsuccessful season, a vacant offensive coordinator position, people entering the transfer portal like Trech Kakahuna, the timing on that, that's a story for another day. But anyways, got to do him. It's kind of putting a damper on it. And here's the thing: those issues will be here tomorrow. Although I do think we're going to have a coordinator the next 3 days. But it's important as a fan and as a fan base generally to take the moments, like a highly successful, perhaps even a top 2 or 3 successful signing day in the history of a football program, and take some joy and happiness in it. Take it, exhale a little bit and say, wow, this is good. These kids are happy. They signed it. The staff did a bang-up job. By the way, some just quirky but incredible graphics from this design staff for this football program on the signing day. It reminds me of the show Severance on Apple TV Plus. It's neither here nor there, but I just think it's their creative team is outstanding. But getting back, take a deep breath, hit the pause button on the negativity, and enjoy this day. Now, look, if you're like a Tom Oates, or you're one of these guys that are never Fick, are never going to be happy until Fickell is fired, then just tune out. You don't need to shit on everyone's parade. You're pissing everyone's punch bowl, because going online and saying oops when a punter who's not even ranked in most things decommits from Wisconsin to go to Notre Dame is giving him a scholarship, when this class is objectively good. It's just such a hater behavior, and so beneath people. I just don't understand it. But anyway, try to enjoy today. So we're going to quickly go through this class. You are going to get much better, more detailed analysis from other places, but I just have a few words to say about it. The first highlight, in my opinion, is the strength of this offensive line class. A lot of the belly aching is, we don't win in the trenches anymore. We don't recruit these Wisconsin guys, blah, blah, blah. Look, this is a really, really good-looking, big, beefy, versatile Wisconsin offensive line class, building upon a very, very good one last year. Okay? You got Hardy Watts, probably going to slide to the interior. 4-star, 6'6", 300. Guy's a mauler. Beat out elite programs for him. Just a fact. Logan Powell, another big dude. 6'5", 290, probably 330 when he's playing. Another 4-star. Cam Clark, versatile. 4-star, 6'7", 300. Out of Michigan. Had another good offer list. Nolan Davenport, probably the least highly rated of these guys. This kid out of Massillon, Ohio, a very, very historically relevant football hotbed. 6'6", probably going to be 330 again when he's playing tackle. Again, not highly rated, but he's a freaking mauler. A mauler. And then my favorite guy probably in the class out of Wautoma, Wisconsin. Hello, a Wisconsin offensive lineman. Go figure. 6'8", potentially still growing, 320 right now. Just an absolute mauling tackle. You could see him lining up on the left side for years to come. Love Michael Reschke. I just think it's a great, and he was kind of like some guys you see in the class that do this. He was one of the best recruiters on the Wisconsin staff this season. Was this kid, this senior in high school from Wautoma. Just a relentless, positive tool for this program to get some of these other guys in. Anyway, the offensive line class looks great. Other side of the ball, the defensive line class. And some of these are projectables, let's be honest. Okay, we know that. But, one of the absolute weaknesses of the team this season is the defensive line. Well, got some news for you guys. Drayden Pavey, Xavier Akupu, and I butchered that name, but the kid knows he's X. The incredibly highly regarded four-star flip, Jalen Williams from Illinois, flipped from the Michigan Wolverines. Nicholas Clayton, super skilled Florida edge guy, four-star, as was Williams. And the very intriguing Toolsy Torin Petaway. I don't want to use his word project. He's not a project. He's a skilled player. But he may take a couple of years to get in. But this kid out of Middleton, who we flipped back from Minnesota, another just beefy, mauling, gigantic guy. Luke Fickell addressed the lines heavily. We got, a bunch of Toolsy defensive backs in this class. Skanes, Washington, Emmerich, Dean, Scott, Remington, Moss, a Brett Moss relative. The linebackers, just Mason Posa, four-star to Albuquerque. Lataviu, Catalano, a couple good tight ends. Eugene Hilton Jr., four-star receiver out of Indiana. It's a little weird not seeing a running back in there, and losing our second wide receiver commit the day before signing day wasn't ideal. But this is a really, really solid, high upside class. And potentially, because that's all you can do at this point, potentially one of the best classes in Wisconsin history. Yes, you have to coach them up. Yes, you need the offensive coordinator pick to click, whoever that ends up being. And there is work to do. But I am tremendously excited about this class. You should be excited about this class. Put the negativity down. Put the haterade crack pipe down for just 24 hours. And be happy for these kids who signed. All of the portal stuff, all of the negativity, the rough end of the season, all that stuff. These kids believed in this program enough. Maybe you can too. Scary Alvarez out.